Okay, so I am going to attempt to help with the one-way ANOVA Lab 4 and one-way analysis of variance, which is abbreviated as ANOVA. The files that you're going to need, if you go to modules in Canvas, you're going to scroll down, you're going to see these files here. These are the questions for the lab. The one-way save is the SPSS information saved from SPSS that corresponds, and topic 3 and the course lecture notes. So I'm going to pull those up so you can see what they look like. So it's this one, which I'm going to be referring to as the lecture notes that you're going to want to look at. And then this is the John D. Morris, and if you've read through it, what it is, it's about light bulbs and hours they burnt, etc. And so I'll be referencing that one as well. And then lastly, if you are in Canvas, if you go up here and scroll to the top in modules and you see midterm quiz review files and you open that up, it's a zip file. Some other information that would be helpful to us is found as the Lab 4 ANOVA. And so these are the files that I'm referring to for information. Okay, so when we're in SPSS, and I'm going to just put this big screen of Canvas behind us, we want to click on our variable view. And the very first thing that we need to do is understand that we're using an F ratio to compare the between within groups. So we have a dependent variable, one of them in this, and we have an independent variable that we have grouped in 3 groupings. Now those groupings do not need to be equal for the one-way ANOVA assumptions. So our ANOVA is going to have assumptions that we need to meet in order for us to use a one-way ANOVA. The first assumption is equal variances, and so we're looking at our Levine's output. And I'm going to also show you another way that we can look at the skew, not the skewness, but the variances there. The other is normality, that there's no skewness within the data. And the last assumption is independent selection of participants. So these are our assumptions. And obviously when you answer, you're going to write your research question. Is there a significant difference in what have you? So the example we're going to use now is there a significant difference of people's crossword puzzle scores among people with low level of distraction, moderate level of distraction, and high level of distraction. So obviously our dependent variable is the crossword puzzle score, and our independent variable is the level of distraction, low, moderate, and high. So we go to variable view, and you can see here I've already entered the crossword puzzle. Note that SPSS will not let you use spaces and what have you. If you're doing actual research, you would want to type rather detailed here, and I'll pretend it was the New York Times. Now our independent variable is going to be the distraction level, and so I'm going to go level of distraction. And when I'm operationally defining my dependent variable is what the score parameters are, and when I'm operationally defining my independent variable, and I'm defining its grouping. So 1 is a low level of distraction, and obviously you couldn't turn in this assignment with these numbers because it's this. Enter value 2. And so I write moderate distraction. Click add. Add is important. You could put whatever value you wanted there. And 3 is a high level of distraction. Okay, now we click OK, and we are done in our variable view. And we're going to go to data view, and you'll see up here we have crossword scores and distraction levels. So when we conclude, or we're going to conclude this video, and then we're going to pick up after these scores and levels have already been entered.